Good evening and welcome to Watson Park for our 90 minutes live coverage this particular Tuesday evening. Peter Hill with you with live coverage of Ware against Barking in the Isthmian League Division 1 South Central. Teams just coming out onto the park here. Two teams who made the start to the season perhaps they would have wanted. As far as Ware are concerned, they find themselves down in 9th place in the table. 2 wins and 2 defeats so far in their league campaign. But bear in mind that this is only their second home league match of the season. They went down 2-0 on Saturday at Burgess Hill, a result that everybody wanted to forget, as they ended that one, of course, with 9 men as they crashed out of the FA Trophy. On the same afternoon, today's opponents, Barking, were beating Harlow 1-0, but they find themselves at the bottom of the table this season with 1 draw and 2 defeats from their 3 games. They do have games in hand on the teams above them, and so certainly cannot be taken for granted. Hope you can hear me above the PA, which is obligingly just decided to boom out. The big news as far as Ware are concerned is that Callum Kishka has been past fit, so takes his place back in goal. Ethan Gannon, who did a sterling job on Saturday, well, he's going to be a busy boy this week because he's already played last night, the under-23s. Another excellent win for them. Tommy Shepherd on the scoreline with another brace. They won their game at 3-2 against Bury Town, and they've got a big FA Youth Cup game coming on Thursday away at Leatherhead. So Callum Kitchker comes back into goal. That's the good news. The bad news is that Liam Hope is missing for that injury he sustained on Saturday. So no Liam, and that means that Paul Halsey is forced to make 2 changes. The return of Callum Kitchker in goal and a first start for Chris Arthur, the former AFC Wimbledon, Northampton and Crawley Town player who's come here via Gosport Borough. And so he makes his first start in a Ware shirt this evening. In a team that has Callum Kitchker in goal, the back 4, Finley Titchmarsh, who's done so much to impress, still at right back. Pat Adamson at left back. 2 central defenders, Lewis Rose and Dan Rumans. Tom Bruno, Lee Rose and Chris Arthur in midfield, and the wide players Ala Ushdi on one side, and would expect to see Marcus Milner on the other, but we'll see how that formation pans out, and the lone striker being Albert Adu. On the bench for Ware this evening, Tommy Wade, Reece Crowther, Yoav Sade, Devontae Sims, and a welcome return for Dave Kendall, who's been out for a number of weeks. As far as Barking are concerned, they make 2 changes to their Saturday lineup as well. They start with Manny Agbula in goal, Ricky Tabard, Lewis Dillon, Sam Owusu, Dan Fleming, Jack Hayes, Junior Luke, Ben O'Brien. One of those 2 changes. The other one is Demebi Dumarca, who's come in, having impressed with 2 goals already this season. Dominic Green, and their top scorer, Junior Dadson, who's got 7, so he certainly will be worth watching. On the bench for them, David Fallar, Giovanni Palmer, Albie Sheehan Cousins, Junior Anu, and Isaac Westendorf. So we're just about to get things underway here at Watson Park. We're gigging from left to right. Our commentary position just inside the half, being defended by Barking, who are all in yellow this evening, wearing their familiar blue and white stripes with blue shorts. The way it's looking at the moment is that over on this right-hand side we're going to have Marcus Milner, and may well be that Chris Arthur's going to play wide left, with Ala Ujdi playing in the number 10 role, because we'll see how that one pans out. Ala's wearing number 9 this evening, so it does look like he's going to be playing just behind Albert Adu, with Chris Arthur playing left, Marcus Milner on the right, and Tom Bruno, who for some reason is wearing 12, and Lee Rose in the centre of midfield. The ball deep inside the Ware half on the far side as Dan Ruman skews out a clearance. It's thumped back in and headed to the edge of the area, and shot flies in already from Dumarca, but wasn't going to get anywhere near Callum Kitchker. Here is Arthur, whose control lets him down on that far side. Up goes Dan Rumans over the top of the number 9, Dumarca, and we're in possession here with Tom Bruno. Bruno to the right-hand side, brings in Marcus Milner. Milner's got Finley Titchmarsh outside him. Titchmarsh has to go back rather to collect the ball. Here's Milner's cross into the area. Easy clearance, and DeMarca and Dan Rumans meet inside the centre circle. Rumans adjudged to have fouled the big number 9. He's going to prove a physical presence by the look of him. And Barking will have themselves a free kick, which is going to be taken by their central defender, Dan Fleming. Where's number 5? And Fleming pushes it to his left-hand side for Lewis Dillon. Dillon forward. Dillon continuing his run. But on this near side, good bit of footwork by Junior Datson. Brings in Dillon. Dillon's ball on the far side. And in the end, Pat Adamson had to watch it because Junior Luke was sneaking in on that far side. But Ware sorted that out. And Callum Kitchker will collect the ball on that far side and prepare to take the goal kick. Fairly temperate climate in East Hertfordshire this evening. Big coat doesn't need to be on. So watch out for the rain tomorrow. Evidently got a yellow rain warning round about these parts. Didn't bother this pitch, of course, as Titchmarsh goes in, loses out in the tackle to Dillon, but Ware will get the throw in. Finley Titchmarsh, just 17, former Barnet youth player, really has impressed so far in what's been a stuttering start. I think even Paul Halsey would admit that for his Ware team. Pat Adamson on the far side. This, though, a good chance for them to push themselves a little further up that table. Other local action tonight as well, of course. Hertford are away at Westfield. We'll give you in touch with what's happening there. And a couple of games in the Essex Senior League involving St Margaret's and Sawbridgeworth as well. Hoddesdon's game, unfortunately, was called off because of a COVID concern. So no Hoddesdon Redbridge tonight. Here's Chris Arthur for Ware. Puts the ball into the box, but fairly easily headed out is the dangerous Junior Dadson. Trying to turn away from Finley Titchmarsh. Brings in Junior Lewis on the far side. His ball looked for DeMarca, but in the end it was well placed by Lewis Rose, and the centre forward put it out for a goal kick to Ware. 4-2 last time these two met at the beginning of last season. Two players who've since departed. Akinsanya with a hat-trick and Tom Boxer with the other goal. Neither of those are still at Ware. The wall of Akinsanya will be welcome at the moment. Ware's top scorer is centre-back Lewis Rose with 3. And Dave Kendall, who's another centre-back on the bench, has got 2. So Liam Hope's the only real attacking player, as you would put it, to have scored so far. And he's here tonight, but unfortunately unfit. So Callum Kitchker with the free kick, right-footed downfield. Long, a high one. Arthur's going up, can't collect it. And it's going to be cleared by Tabard on that far side. But and it's once again, Barking will get the ball over to Dadson on this near side. Started his career with Blackburn Rovers. Pushes the ball down for Junior Luke. Junior Luke looked like he got a push in the back from Lee Rose, and he did. So Barking will have themselves a free kick. Dangerous position, parallel to the edge of the Ware 18-yard area. Referee just wants a little bit of a word with Lee. I don't think it was worthy of a booking at all, but just having a word with Ware's number 8. Free kick is going to be taken by Dominic Green. Other man on the field with league football experience. Had his lot of games for Dagenham and Redbridge. So Green's going to take it. Finley Titchmarsh is a one-man wall in the way. And Green with the fluorescent green boots is going to take it with a left boot. Good cross to the far post, and the shot came in the end, but was fairly high, wide, and handsome from Jack Hayes, who'd come up from the back. But just a little bit of alarm for Ware. Kitchker has taken the goal kick quickly and found Dan Rumans on that far side. Rumans, long ball forward, looks to send Albert Adu going forward, but it's Hayes who lets it run on that far side. It's going to be a throw-in to Barking, going to be hemmed in somewhat down by their own corner flag. Ricky Tabard, who's come through the youth ranks in East London, been at club number of years. is going to take the throw in. Tabard's down the line, lands on the head of Lee Rose, inadvertently handballed it, but the referee let play go on. Dan Ruman's long ball forward, Albert Adu chasing, and Marcus Milner's in there as well. Adu can't get to the ball though, it's cleared out onto that far side, but Ware will get it back with Tom Bruno. He brings in Arthur, neat turn, finds Pat Adamson. Adamson to the edge of the area, tries to flick it in for the runner Milner, but got it all wrong, and the ball goes harmlessly enough out for a goal kick to Barking. A goal kicker Manny Agbula. Started in the youth setup at Oxford United with the goalkeeper. Spent a fair amount of his time in Oxfordshire area, playing for Banbury and North Lee. But, long kick forward, not going to break on this near side for Dillon, and Lewis Rose will let it run all the way back for Callum Kitchker. Lewis Rose again. Chips the ball forwards over Milner's head. Lee Rose will pounce on it on the halfway line. Milner tries to get it back to him, he does, but Lee Rose can't find Finlay Titchmarsh. 7 minutes gone. Stuttering start, I think, would be the description. Welcome along, just joined us. Peter Hill with you with 90 Minutes Live in association with East Hearts Radio, following our East Hearts teams as we do whenever they're playing. Always nice to see football under lights, isn't it? As Lee Rose follows the ball onto this near side of the field. The ball will go out, though, for a throw-in. That throw-in will be taken by Lewis Dillon. Dillon's throw down the line. Titchmarsh meets it with his head, but just goes out. Michael Bardell manages to deflect it back into play. Good to see him without that knee brace. He broke a kneecap, of course, in close season. Where's the assistant manager? As Dadson puts the ball back to Dillon. Dillon's cross is a good looking one, goes across to the far post. Nobody can get it. But once again it was a good delivery. DeMarco was at the near post, and on the far post it was Junior Luke. Ware had to be alert again. So it's the visitors that are posing the early threats here. Watson Park. Early days though. So it's Callum Kitchker in that familiar lime green jersey. Knee problem has been Callum's injury. Kept him out on Saturday. And certainly by anybody's judge, one of the best keepers in the division. As long kick forwards, Lee Rose can't get out. Owusu heads it a little bit further forward, and here's Dominic Green making headway down the right hand side. Green turns it inside the area, but Lewis Rose had read that and finds Arthur on the far side. He's touched one again, none too certain though, and Adamson has to go rushing back. Does collect it. Rumans puts it inside his penalty area for Kitchker, who clears left-footed downfield. Albert Adu meets it with his head, but Owusu will sky it inside the centre circle. Adu heads it back. Finlay Titchmarsh was the first to react, but he's given the ball away, as has Dillon, to Tom Bruno. Somebody needs to slow it down here. Bruno's ball, long one, looking for Albert Adu. It'll break to Arthur on that far side. Here is Albert. On this near side, he's got Finlay Titchmarsh in plenty of space. Ware got plenty in the box. Cross wasn't good enough, though. And a hoofed clearance fairly easily by Dillon. Takes it back deep inside the Ware half for Callum Kitchker to come out and collect. Just see Simon Alamandi coming to join me. So Twitter coverage will be starting very, very shortly. As Ware come forward, here is Titchmarsh in the area. Still Finlay Titchmarsh, and good challenge coming in from Owusu, which gives us our first corner of the evening, and it'll go by way of Ware. That was the first time really they'd looked to threaten as Finlay Titchmarsh got through, and ball goes out for a corner which Pat Adamson will take for Paul Hall's team in the 10th minute of the match here. Lewis Rose and Dan Rumans have both come up from the back. One arm in the air from Adamson. Corner goes across and a volley comes in from Lewis Rose. That goes over the top and on to the other 4G behind the goal here at Watson Park. So still 0-0 here. Referee calling for a new ball, although the old one's just come back from over the way. And as I say, Simon's arrived, so we're keeping you in touch with what's going on with our other local sides. Hartford, that rearranged game at Westfield, of course, should have played it a couple of Saturdays ago. We should have commentated on it, but the weather got in the way. The Ben Hurd side had to make the trip to Woking tonight, and good news, team news for them is Luke Guymer, despite limping off after 25 minutes on Saturday, is back fit and takes his place in the starting line up there as Finlay Titchmarsh is pulled down without shadow of a doubt by the big centre forward DeMarca. And Ware have themselves a free kick. Titchmarsh felt that a little bit, one of those that kind of raked the back of his ankle, and DeMarca's having just a little bit of a word from the referee for that challenge. Finlay Titchmarsh limping away. He's been in the wars in his Ware career, of course. We covered the game at Chalfont St Peter when he was on the back end of 3 absolutely crunching challenges. Lewis Rhodes' ball forward is a poor one, and Agbula will collect it quite easily on the edge of his area. Bowls it out to his right-hand side to Hayes. Hayes brings in Owusu. Owusu's long ball forward, though Junior Luke on his heels, and goes out to Callum Kitchker, who has to come outside his area and collect it and find Dan Rumans. Where I've only been Barking once in their 5 league meetings, 3 draws and 1 draw and 3 defeats. So Barking have had the better of the Blues when they have first met in 1911. And despite rumours to the contrary, Steve King wasn't there to see it, but Ware won 5-1. Here's DeMarca. DeMarca puts the ball back to Dillon. Dillon's long ball on that far side, looking for Junior Luke. Luke's ball inside for Dominic Green. Owusu finds Dominic Green. I say that when they've started this, Barking do not look at bottom of the table side. Here's Owusu, right hand side of the box. Good challenge comes in from Tom Bruno, though. Finds Adamson, who skies it towards Albert Adu on the halfway line. Albert brings it down on his chest, and then boot coming in from Ben O'Brien puts it over the stand on that far side and gives Ware a throw in. 13 gone. Not really a sniff of goal at either end so far, as Pat Adamson will take the throw in for Ware. Adamson down the line as here comes Ala Ushdi, but Owusu got a very important touch to that, and could have been adjudged to have been a back pass. Referee didn't think so, but certainly Agbula was happy with it as it bounced once and into his arms. So Agbula bowls it down to the edge of his area. Goalkeeper all in green, slightly darker shade to that being worn by Callum Kitchker. As DeMarca goes up again with Lewis Rose, but Dan Rumans will pick up the scraps and bring in Pat Adamson on that far side of the field. Squares it to Lewis Rose, still midway inside the Ware half. Finds Tom Bruno. Bruno on the halfway line. Right boot, looks for the runner Marcus Milner, and in the end it was evasive action by Dan Fleming. Puts the ball out for a throw into Ware down by the corner flag. Finlay Titchmarsh will collect the ball and prepare to take the throwing. I tell you, Sawbridgeworth have gone 1-0 up against Sporting Bengal United. And boy, there's a team that need a win. Need to keep a clean sheet as well. That's in the Essex Senior League as Finlay Titchmarsh prepares to put the ball across, but it's straight over the dock of Agbula and onto the fence behind the goal. Nothing doing. So Sawbridgeworth against Sporting Bengal. St Margaret's continuing that run of horrible fixtures home to Walthamstow. He scored 7, of course, against Sawbridgeworth on Saturday. And a Hertford away at Westfield. No midweek action this week for Welwyn Garden City, but we will be there at the Utilita on Saturday afternoon. And 90 minutes live will be the game between Welwyn Garden City and Kempston Rovers. Continue that. In fact, it looks like St Margaret's-Bury has been postponed, so Simon tells me. So that was a late call-off. We know about the Hoddesdon story through a COVID worry. We understand it's a member of the Hoddesdon squad that's waiting a test result, so obviously we hope that is in the negative. As long ball forward, looks for the runner Lee Rose down this right-hand side, and Fleming just makes sure that it goes out of play. So Ware have themselves a throw in. It's going to be a throw-in which Finley Titchmarsh will take when we get a ball on the field. Comes back from the pitch over the far side, and so the teenage number 2 will take the throw-in for Ware. Get some movement from Adu, who got an enormous shove in the back from Fleming, but referee didn't give anything. Lewis Rose trying to pick out Milner on this near side, but he knew he was going to be offside, so the ball goes out for a throw-in to the visitors. Having said they're bottom of the league, had a good run in the FA Cup, reached the 3rd qualifying round before being beaten by Hartney Whitney of Step 3 in the pyramid. Took out Heybridge, Kings Langley and Dunstable Town in a decent cup run for them, as they've won themselves a throw-in which Lewis Dillon, the left fullback, will take on the halfway line for Barking. I think they'll be pretty pleased with the opening period of this one. 16 minutes. Ware yet to get in their stride, as Milner is wrestling with DeMarca and Finley Titchmarsh clears the ball to Albert Adu inside the centre circle. Adu's got Arthur on that far side. Here is Chris Arthur. Played most of his football as a midfield player, but playing wide tonight, but shows far too much of that one on the far side of the field to O'Brien, but manages to win a throw-in back for his side, which is quickly taken by Al-Arushdi. Finds down Rumans all the way along the ground. Good pick for Marcus Milner on the edge of the area. Milner's got Lee Rose pulled out on this right-hand side. He's got Finley Titchmarsh in support. Titchmarsh's cross over Pat Adamson, and it's going to allow Junior Luke, you would think, to clear on that far side. In fact, he takes it round and finds O'Brien. O'Brien to Dadson. Still inside his own half is Junior Dadson. Had some time at Potter's Bar, I seem to remember, as well, and Harlow Town as well. We had 3 seasons there. Good defending by Lewis Rose. Brings in Marcus Milner. Milner's down the right-hand side here. Milner goes in against Dillon. And, well, got to say, it's been given a free kick to Ware, but I think Milner's a bit lucky because he did kick out as Dillon came through, and Dillon's gone worst off here because he's feeling his left shin. And Ware have got themselves a free kick, which Tom Bruno is eyeing up here. Needless to say, the bench underneath us not impressed. So Tom Bruno will take the kick for Ware with the white boots. He was one of the 2, of course, who was sent off on Saturday, but FA Trophy red cards carry over till next season. Bruno's kick is a good one. It's asking questions, but nobody can get on the end of it. And Lewis Rose was the nearest. But in the end, it went all the way through and out harmlessly enough for a goal kick to Barking. Said we're looking to edge sort of forward in the top of the table. Depending how results went tonight, if they did score a couple of goals, they could well get themselves in 5th place. Hamwell currently in 5th. They're in action tonight, of course. Played 4-9 points. To Ware have played 4-6. As the ball breaks inside the centre circle for Dominic Green. Green looking for Junior Dadson. Here is Dadson. Where's number 11? Dadson turns inside Tom Bruno and fires in a shot, which Callum Kitchker was fully behind. And certainly... Sure, Junior Dadson's aware of Callum Kitchker, and he'll be aware that you have to produce something much better than that to be Ware's goalkeeper. Far side, Dan Rumans in possession for Paul Wars' team. Still 0-0 here at Watson Park. Good evening, you've just joined us. 90 minutes live with you in association with East Hearts Radio, bringing live sports coverage to the East Hearts area and surrounds. There's Callum Kitchker, long kick forward, but it's... over the top of Pat Adamson. Brilliant Twitter coverage, of course, all over the world. I noticed that Italian non-league fans have tweeted something from us this afternoon, so it's nice to see a little bit of European involvement for 90 minutes live. Of course, our established friendship with our friends in Mexico, with Balada FC, as Ware have got themselves a throw-in far side of the field, which Pat Adamson will take. Adamson's throw Arthur can't get there. Adamson can't get it back. And to mark it down that right-hand side is Junior Luke going towards the area. Pulls the ball across. And great defending by Finley Titchmarsh. Otherwise, Dadson would have had a shoe in. Excellent defending by the young right back. Milner's now having a go at Dillon on this near side. Dillon does well, though. Pulls the ball back. Here is Finley Titchmarsh. He's certainly adding to his reputation as a 17-year-old. Here's Milner. Good turn for Albert Adu. It's Finley Titchmarsh again. Titchmarsh's cross is blocked by Dillon. Agbula's come. He's missed it. And in the end, it was Hayes who has to head it out for a corner. Wow. Agbula came flapping. Got absolutely nowhere near the ball. And Ware have got themselves a corner. Barking were thinking they should have had a free kick. Referee wasn't interested. And Ware have got themselves a corner which Pat Adamson will take. Tell you, you've got someone filming this away to my left. Goalkeeper won't want an action replay of that, that's for sure. So Adamson will take the corner for Ware. Barking have got two forward, Dominic Green and Dadson. Here's Pat Adamson again. See what he can do with this one with the left boot. Right to the far post. Albert Adu gets his head to it. Lands back on this side where Pat Adamson will bring it in. Fires it across. Nobody can get a touch. And it's going to go out for a throw into Ware. Well, in fact, it did get a touch. Must have got a mild deflection. It's Ware have got a chance to keep the pressure on that far side with the throw in. Halfway through the first half here at Watson Park, neither goalkeeper really called into anything like a save so far as we stand at 0-0. Adamson for Dan Rumans. Rumans forward. Albert Adu flicks it on the edge of the area. Is Lee Rose, but Agbula will come out and collect it fairly comfortably in the end on the edge of his 6-yard box. Agbula falls over as he kicks the ball straight out of play on this near side. Over the top of Michael Bardell. Not to be unkind to Markle, but he's not the biggest. But as the ball goes out for a throw-in, Lewis Rose finds Finley Titchmarsh. Lewis Rose hemmed in here by Dominic Green and DeMarca, but Callum Kitchker sorts it out. Long kick forward. Whole host of shirts go up. Al-Rushdi comes away with the ball, but he's put too much on it for Finley Titchmarsh. Yet again the game, Al-Rushdi. We've seen him in that role a couple of times, the number 10 jersey, and he has played well there, but this evening really, Ware haven't got him in the game at all. As the ball put forward to Junior Luke, gets a chance for Albert Adu inside the centre circle, shows good strength. Gets a shove in the back from Junior Luke. Al-Rushdi was on his way then, but the referee's pulled things back for the foul on Albert. And it will be a free kick to Ware, which Tom Bruno will take. Tom Bruno going to take this one with the right foot. And a little bit of news I'll tell you about, interesting, revolving around this division when we've seen this free kick out. Tom Bruno fires it into the near post, but Agbula watches it go past, and Barking have themselves a goal kick. We've been wondering, anybody heard 90 minutes last night? We were telling you Eusebio da Silva left Welwyn Garden City at the weekend. We can tell you now he's popped up at FC Romania, which is an interesting signing. So he'll be playing against both Ware and Hertford this season. And they've already signed Williams Dankwa, of course, who was here at the beginning of the season. Long kick forward, so a little bit intent, I think, shown by FC Romania. They don't want to find themselves in the pickle they were once when things got called to a halt at the end of last season. Barking have got themselves a throw-in. That throw-in will be taken by the right fullback, Ricky Tabard, on just inside the Ware half, right-hand side of the field. Dominic Green, the first one to offer. Tabard forward, DeMarca goes up, and Finley Titchmarsh has to be helped out this time by Dan Rumans, who skies it into the trees and gives Barking their first corner of the evening. Titchmarsh is called out a little bit there, and DeMarca's he's one of these players. He's probably 6'3", 6'4", and a real physical presence up there, the former Maidstone striker. Dominic Green's going to take the corner for Barking on that far side of the field. all queuing up round about the penalty area. Kitchka punches it, just about makes it out of the area. Dan Rumans is there with Dumarca. Here's Junior Luke. Junior Luke tries to find Dadson, can't find him. Titchmarsh puts him under pressure and does superbly. Titchmarsh wins the ball. Here's Chris Arthur. Arthur's got Albert Adu peeled over to the right-hand side. Ware bodies piling forward. One of them's Marcus Milner, but he has to go backwards. Finds Adu again. Here's Tom Bruno. Finley Titchmarsh on this right-hand side. Titchmarsh cross whipped into the far post. Clearance isn't good. Lee Rose can't control it. And then, in the end, it's Barking who managed to clear it. Good chance if Lee Rose's first touch would have been surer. It wasn't. Chance went begging. Far side is Alousti's cross. Milner's on the far post. Owusu will get it out to Junior Dadson. He's got Titchmarsh right behind him, almost playing in his shirt. And once again, the youngster does well. He's certainly been the highlight of this opening 26 minutes as young Finley Titchmarsh. Probably arguably the highlight of Ware's season so far. As Owusu will pick the ball up. And he'll find Hayes. Hayes, long kick forward onto the head of Pat Adamson, brings in Chris Arthur. Neat bit of control, can't find Lee Rose. And Tom Bruno has to scurry back and put the ball back to Callum Kitchka. Here's Dan Rumans on the edge of his own penalty area to his right for Lewis Rose. Lewis forward for Marcus Milner. Milner flips it in for Alousti, who's coming increasingly deep, trying to get involved in the game. He's got involved well there because he's picked out Pat Adamson. Chris Arthur going down that left-hand side, got plenty of space here to tee up the cross. Arthur chips it into the box. Lee Rose with a header, and Ware go in front. 27 minutes gone. Chris Arthur provides the assist, and Lee Rose scores his second of the season, and Ware lead Barking here by a goal to nil. Well, that is just what the doctor ordered for Paul Hall's team. It's the first time they'd looked effective, first time they had an overload, and Chris Arthur did his bit. Super little chip cross, and we know how powerful Lee Rose is in the air. And he put the ball home, and Ware lead Barking here with a goal to nil. So good start for the home side, and maybe they'll just settle them down a bit. They've needed to settle those nerves down. They've no way hit the kind of form that they were in when things were caused to a premature halt back in March. But they need a victory. They need something just to lift them. We know this team are capable. Let's see what they can do here with the lead against the team at the bottom of the table. Ball on that far side from O'Brien. Tabard brings in Hayes. As on that far side, Junior Luke's control is poor. Lee Rose looks to find Arthur, can't find him. And O'Brien will bring in Tabard. Tabard's ball down the line for Dumarca. Dumarca managed to wrestle his way round Dan Rumans. And here the shot's fired in towards Callum Kitchka from Dominic Green. But a fairly easy save by the goalkeeper at his near post. Tom Bruno collects the ball for Ware, forward, looking for Marcus Milner. Milner once more controls it, brings it back into his own half for Lewis Rose. Tom Bruno chips it forward. Good run by Lee Rose this. Lee Rose on the right hand side, outnumbered, got two defenders there. Fleming just about stops it going over for the corner and managed to clear it, but only as far as Tom Bruno. His header was a poor one though, and O'Brien will bring in Dominic Green. Green will bring in Junior Luke. DeMarcus going forward, but he's offside. There's a linesman's flag on that far side will show. Just don't want to get caught with too many bodies forward though. You always are your most vulnerable just after you've scored. Half hour mark then here at Watson Park. 90 minutes live in association with East Hearts Radio, covering our football at Step 4, Step 5, and of course mentions for the Hearts Senior County League and the Hertford and District League as well, not to leave them out, as Marcus Milner on this near side puts Fleming under pressure. Dylan has to help his central defender out, and Titchmarsh has done superbly again across the area. Lee Rose in and just couldn't steer it goalwards. Super work by Finley Titchmarsh again, and Lee Rose, well, was within inches of scoring his second. So I say, covering lower league football and other sports as well, of course. Rugby, well, not such good news for that. Not going to see any of that at Hertford and Welling probably till January, fingers crossed. Basketball's underway though, and so is hockey. If you like your hockey, then Nick Bentley, the chair of Hertford Hockey Club, on this week's 90 Minutes you can catch while you're listening to this on 90 Minutes Spreaker. Had a really good chat with Nick. And good to know, real good links between the hockey club and the other local sports teams as well. Pat Adamson with the ball for Ware. The lead here by Lee Rose goal to nil. Dan Rumans will pick the ball up inside his own half and find Lewis Rose. Still deep inside Ware territory. Lewis forward for Marcus Milner. Milner controls it well. Tom Bruno heads it forward looking for Albert Adu. Fleming managed to get a boot in and put the ball out on this near side for a throw in to the home side. Lewis Rose is he's going to take it from inside his own half, is he? No, he's not. He's going to bowl out the touchline for Finlay Titchmarsh. Titchmarsh forward for Marcus Milner. Milner got a little shove in the back, managed to control it well though, and Lewis Rose will pick it up for Ware. Is Titchmarsh. Titchmarsh forward for Lee Rose. Lee Rose's ball round the corner looking for Albert Adu. Dillon sorts that out. They sold Dagbula a bit short and the goalkeeper has to come out. DeMarco can't control his header and Milner will let it run out towards the Barking bench for a throw-in to Ware. Finlay Titchmarsh, who played a few games for Staines last year, having gone from Barnett's U team as Dillon beats Milner down in a heap. And Ware will have a free kick. Dangerous position this. Out 25 yards out, right hand side of the field. Tom Bruno, the man, he's going to spot the ball and prepare to take it. Rumans and Lewis Rose coming up from the back. Second goal here would be handy, as there's a whole flurry of players on the edge of that 18-yard area, all queuing up. Barking have only got Junior Dadson forward. Here comes the free kick, curled in well again. Albert Adu with a header, but couldn't get it on target, and Agbula watches it go over the top of his crossbar. Certainly a second good delivery by Tom Bruno though. Curls them in, so difficult to defend that kind of ball, as Junior Dadson can't collect the long through ball from Jack Hayes, and it goes all the way to Callum Kitchker. Haven't really seen much reaction from Barking so far since going that goal behind. Ware have looked relatively comfortable, as Callum Kitchker will kick the ball downfield. Up goes Lee Rose, the goal scorer. Final touch came from Tabard, and it'll be Pat Adamson who will collect the ball and prepare to take the throw in. Finds Dan Rumans inside his own half. Rumans sprays the ball out left to right for Finlay Titchmarsh, who brings it down superbly. Titchmarsh still going. Tackle comes in from Junior Luke, but Titchmarsh will win Ware another corner. Once more the 17-year-old showing that he really has got an assured touch. Pat Adamson will take the corner as someone tries to get the PA going here. So not had the best of luck so far. But from my point of view, if they don't get it going, always getting drowned by BA systems. As Pat Adamson will take the corner. Right arm in the air. Adamson goes for the far post again. Lee Rose coming up. Agbula didn't get there. And once again, the goalkeeper came flapping, but probably did just about enough. And the ball came off the top of Lee Rose's head and went behind for a goal kick. So Agbula looking perhaps for the short one, but Alarushti came forward, denies him the chance of doing that. DeMarco's header forward, looks for Junior Luke. Lewis Rose will get there first. Marcus Milner will pick it up on the halfway line. Can tell you Westfield lead Hertford 1-0 at half time there in Surrey. So Ben Hurd's team, who came worst off of course at Faversham on Saturday, wasn't happy with that performance, as Tom Bruno robs Dadson and puts it all the way back to Callum Kitchker. So Hertford just wobbling a little bit, but the young side, as we know, a very capable young team, and certainly destined for a far better season this year. local derbies coming up in about a month's time. That'll be interesting, as Owusu is robbed by Lewis Rose. Didn't look a foul. Owusu seemed to be on his way down, but the referee decided it was. So 10 minutes to go before the break here. Barking have swapped their wide men. They've got Junior Luke now on the left and Junior Dadson on the right-hand side. Dominic Green, former Dagenham and Redbridge player, is going to take this with his left boot. Puts it out to the far side where Hayes had come in, got the header, and here's Junior Luke who puts it in the back of the net. Well, the ball headed back across the area. Ware didn't react, and Junior Luke has volleyed it into the top of the net after 36 minutes, and we're back on level terms here at Watson Park. Ware 1, Barking 1. Well, Ware didn't deal with the free kick. Questionable whether it was a free kick in the first place, but that's history now, and Ware have been back to 1-1. Took the lead here, of course, against Uxbridge and ended up losing 2-1. Let's hope history doesn't repeat itself. Lewis Rose finds Finlay Titchmarsh. Titchmarsh approaching the halfway line, all the way along the ground, looking for Albert Adu. Breaks for Lee Rose. Lee tries to find Albert Adu, had a bit too much on it though, ricocheted away. And Dylan's cross sort of clearance, well, not a good one, and oh dear. That's not a nice challenge by Junior Luke, the goal scorer, on Finlay Titchmarsh. Owusu say he got the ball, but I think in virtue of the fact the referee's given the free kick, we know the answer to that one. And he's having a little bit of a word with him. Referee's words were, I know he's won it, but clearing the man out at the same time is a free kick. Which I think is just about fair enough, isn't it? Tom Bruno will take the free kick for Ware then, from this right-hand side. Once again, they're queuing up on the edge of the penalty area. 1-1 here at Watson Park. Free kick, another one. Bula will come out. Oh, he's missed it again. And he's lucky as the goalkeeper. I mean, that's the third time he's come flapping. And dare I say, that might be a little bit of a talk by a former goalkeeper engaging the Ware dressing room at a half-time. I think they call him a bit of a Dracula, don't they? Goalkeeper that doesn't like crosses, and that's definitely the case. It looks with Manny Agbula. And well, want to play on that as this one continues. Lewis Rose for Dan Rumans. Rumans forward for Chris Arthur. I haven't seen much of him in the last 10 minutes or so. Far side for Pat Adamson. Adamson finds Arthur again on the halfway line. That's to come centre field for Lewis Rose. Lewis for Finlay Titchmarsh, still inside the Ware half. Titchmarsh always giving it away. Fair to him, it's the first mistake he's made all night, and Alarushti does well to rob Dominic Green and give Barking a throw-in on the halfway line. 7 minutes to go before the break here at Watson Park. Ware 1 through Lee Rose, Barking 1 through Junior Luke. And to be fair, probably just about a fair reflection on the play in this first half as well. So Hayes is sent scurrying away to his right-hand side. Finds Tabard. Tabard down the line. Adamsoning very quickly on Junior Dadson. As Hayes, another long high ball forward. Up in the air goes down Rumans. Wins it. Pat Adamson will bring it down and clear. Further down the touchline. Looking for Chris Arthur. It rebounds off the Ware man. And untidy passage of play. Ends up without Ala Ushti going down under challenge from O'Brien. And Ware will have themselves a free kick about 15 yards inside their own half on that left-hand side of the field. So, see what they can do here. Titchmarsh's got a fair amount of space on this right-hand side. Junior Luke now is aware to that fact and just jogs back. Milner's peeled out to the right as well. Dan Rumans is going to take the free kick from inside the Ware half. Lee Rose making his way up on a four-man front line. And in the end, Rumans just puts it out on this near side for Lewis Rose. Rose down the line for Finlay Titchmarsh. Titchmarsh for what? Marcus Milner. Milner for Dan Rumans. Patient play from the home side. Rumans far side for Pat Adamson. For Ala Ushti. Ala turns inside, brings in Chris Arthur. Ala gets it back. Plenty of possession football, but it's not getting him anywhere at the moment. Al-Rushdie's still on the halfway line, back into his own half for Dan Rumans. Titchmarsh again is got plenty of space on this right-hand side as Rumans gets it back from Arthur. Rumans chips it forward. Lee Rose making a run. Here comes Agbula, and this time the goalkeeper is much more certain as he skies it over the trees on the far side and gives Ware a throw in. 4 minutes before the break. Over for the thoughts of Paul Halsey inside that Ware technical area. Don't think he'll be happy, man. He won't be happy with the goal that they conceded, that's for sure. It was definitely went in the preventable category as Al-Rushdie finds Chris Arthur. Arthur going on a run down the line, showing good pace. As Arthur puts the ball across, Lee Rose is in there. Dylan does well to clear it. Barking still haven't got it clear. They have now through O'Brien. DeMarco making his way on this near side, but Finlay Titchmarsh will get there first. Brings in Tom Bruno. Bruno for Dan Rumans. Rumans to that far side for Chris Arthur. Al-Rushdie played a peripheral part in this. That might be part of Wolves' thinking at half time. He's got Devontae Sims and Tommy Wade on the bench as the long ball forward, and this time the goalkeeper does deal with a cross. And on this side, it's got Junior Luke, although Marcus Milner's doing a good job to try and close him down with Titchmarsh called upfield. Milner did a good job there for Ware as O'Brien squares the ball for Owusu. Owusu forward for Junior Dadson. Dadson against Albert Adu. Adu's still there. Dadson has to turn backwards for O'Brien. O'Brien on that far side to Tabard. Dominic Green can't get that though because Arthur rubs him, and here's Al-Rushdie on the halfway line. Chips it to the left hand side, but it's a wasted ball. Albert Adu had no way of getting it, and Agbula's out of his goal and collects it very comfortably indeed. It's symptomatic of the way Ware played in this opening 45 minutes. Won't be at all surprised the formations changed. As I say, Al-Rushdie's just not got in the game in that number 10 shirt. As Lewis Rose does well, wins the ball on the halfway line and then follows through a tackle against Junior Luke. Well, referee's going to have a word with Lewis Rose, but Junior Luke was guilty of the same, of course, on this near side about 5 minutes ago. It's 1-1 now, Sawbridgeworth against Sporting Bengal United. And I think Lewis Rose might be getting a booking here for the referee, which may be a little harsh. Lewis Rose is going to get a booking from our referee. The first yellow card of the evening comes in the 43rd minute. Free kick is going to be taken by Dominic Green. DeMarco is one of the obvious targets. Hayes has come up from the back as well. So here's Green with the free kick, chips it forward. Rumans, Dan Rumans should have let it run. There was nobody behind him, but in the end he didn't get the call. And Barking get a throw in. Here's Tabard. Tabard's ball square is a poor one. Here's Tom Bruno. Where can break here? Got Marcus Milner on the right. Finlay Titchmarsh absolutely busting her gut to go through the middle. Milner's brought down by Junior Luke, who surely will get a yellow card this time. So, the referee's got a problem here. The referee limping as he gives Junior Luke the yellow card. That might be worth keeping an eye on. Don't have a fourth official here, of course, at Isthmian League Division 1 South Central level, so he's going to have to look and see. But Ware have got themselves a free kick here in the last minute of the half in a dangerous position. Parallel to the edge of the 18-yard area. Don't need to tell you who's going to take it. Tom Bruno will be taking it. And Al-Rushdie spots the ball down. What a good time this would be to re-establish their lead. Junior Luke is in a two-man wall now with Dominic Green. And in fact, referee's pulling it a little bit further back, which probably won't do Tom Bruno any harm, actually. But referee pushing the two-man wall back, still Junior Luke and Dominic Green. But Al-Rushdie's pulled out to the right-hand side of the box. Junior Dadson, the only man forward for Barking. So here comes Tom Bruno with the free kick with the right boot. Another good-looking one on the edge of the area is Dan Rumans, and it's skied over the top. Again, good delivery by Tom Bruno, but nobody taking advantage of it. And when it came out of Dan Rumans, well, he had scored his first competitive goal, which came against Uxbridge, having joined the team around about this time last year from Enfield Town. But was nowhere near scoring number 2 from there. So Agbula will restart with a goal kick from the goal away to our right. We've played a minute over the top. I've got a feeling that could be the final action of the first half. Agbula's kick though, referee looks at his watch, onto the head of Dan Rumans. Albert Adu goes out with the Hayes, wins the ball, and O'Brien skies it. Highest one of the night. Junior Dudson's on his bike on that far side with Pat Adamson. Ball bouncing about all over the place. Dodson finally brings it down. Referee still looking at his watch. Here's O'Brien. O'Brien fires in the shot and Kishka has to push it away at his near post. Lee Rose completes the clearance, and that completes the action at the end of the first half here at Watson Park. Half-time, Ware 1, Barking 1. Lee Rose giving Ware the lead after 27 minutes, but then a moment of indecision inside that penalty area, allowing Junior Luke to thump in the equaliser. That's the half-time score here at Watson Park. Grab yourself a cuppa and have a little bit of a rest for the next 15 minutes, and I'll be back with full, uninterrupted second half commentary here on 90 Minutes Live in 15 minutes' time. Leave you the half-time score then. Ware 1, Barking 1.